Hey everyone, welcome to your April Fool's Day messages. And so for this week, I'm actually using, I think, a fairly appropriate deck. I was talking with a friend about this and he was like, you totally need to use the Rebel deck. So the Rebel deck, okay, so if you do not like curse words and really blunt people, then this is not really a video for you, because this deck is called the Rebel deck. I guess being rebellious, I don't know. Anyway, bunch of colorful cards with a quick saying on the front and also a quick saying on the back, but it's very straightforward. All right, there's cut through a lot of bullshit with these cards. So I thought, being that, April Fool's Day is upon us, I thought it was pretty appropriate. We'll use this. Also, though, because the messages on these cards are so short, I just put together a bag. Okay, so it's bubble wrap, but it's a big enough bag that I had here in my room, full of crystals and stones. Okay, so for each card that I pull, I'm also afterwards going to pull a stone, see if there's an added message with that, with the card that I pick, or just, it could be validation, whatever. Maybe you just need an extra message. So I thought I would do that, all right? So if you would, as I'm shuffling, think of either 1, 2, or 3 for your message for today and the week ahead. So that's going to be 1. I'm not really looking at it too much, just enough so these cards don't fall out of my hands. That's going to be 2. Because the message it's right on top. It's bold and in your face. And that's 3. Okay. So let's get started. If you have chosen number 1, the card here says shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. And on the back, it says forgive, let that shit go. So if you've chosen number 1, I really do want to stress the first part of it. It says shame, regret, and guilt. Yes, those are just bullshit. Yes, so that's the ego talking. When you feel shameful about something, when you feel guilty, regretful, resentful, I'm even hearing about something, that is the ego talking. That's your ego being bruised. It doesn't come from a place of love. There is no room for ego-based anything in regards to love. Oftentimes, to get rid of those ego-based feelings, we do in fact need to forgive. Now, whether it means to forgive the other person for whatever happened, okay, fine. Oftentimes, though, we need to be humble and really come to the realization that we are also at fault for whatever is going on, right? So we also then need to forgive ourselves for doing whatever it was that we did in the first place and for holding on to it. We as humans hold on to a lot of things. We have a hard time letting go, basically, of anything, but especially of negative feelings, negative emotions and experiences. And that's what I hear with this. So if you've recently gone to an argument with someone, whether it's a loved one, coworker, friend, what have you, I almost want to say be the better person and forgive them, forgive yourself. Maybe spend a day or two just being by yourself, absorbing everything that has just transpired, and find that place of love and contentment, bliss, whatever you want to call it. It helps to release those negative emotions and feelings. So I'm looking at the back of this where it says forgive, let that shit go. Try to do that, okay? Easier said than done. Yes, I know. Try to do that anyways. Forgive, let that shit go. Let a lot of shit go. Creates too much stress, right? Okay. So I have a bag. Shake it up a little bit. I'm not going to look. I'm just going to feel. Oh, that's the first one I felt, and that's the one I feel it is. Okay, so this is a moonstone. I'm going to hold it up. Hopefully you can see it. There's a lot of, I'll say like striations in this. It's very milky. The color is milky. This one particularly, because I do have other moonstones, this one particularly is a little on the grayer side, the beige grayer side, but in general, it is, well, I guess the moon is a bit grayish, right? It's white and grayish, but it represents a moonstone. So what I'm hearing with this moonstone itself is a very intuitive stone. Yes, it helps to connect you to the lunar energies, absolutely. Lunar energy is also very yin and very feminine, connecting to your intuition. So, focus on your intuition right now. In regards to the card, letting shit go, take inventory. Like I had already said, spend a day or two by yourself. Take inventory of what you need to let go. I feel like intuitively you already know what it is. It could be literally feelings. It could be repetitive thoughts. You may overthink about overthinking. Guilty. Oh, I shouldn't use that word, right? That was in that card. Not a good word to use. But so, or it could be just letting go of an old belief, a pattern, a person, a relationship, a job, your residence. It literally, I feel like intuitively, you know what you need to let go of. Take the next couple days and figure out how you can just relax and just sort of let life happen. When you don't let something go, it usually means like you're constantly thinking about it. Energetically wise, you are holding on to it. Misery loves company. And that's miserable. So don't be miserable. Don't be your own worst enemy. Also, I'm hearing the words dream recall. Maybe sleep, if you have a moonstone, sleep with a moonstone. And put that down. Sleep with a moonstone under your pillow for the next week or so. And I would say try to remember the dreams that you have in the morning. Maybe you need to have a pen and paper next to you to jot stuff down right away as soon as you wake up. But I feel like those dreams are going to sort of, it's going to be your inner child and your inner consciousness, your intuition telling you kind of how to go about life, whatever you need to go through, okay? All right. Moving on to number 2. Stop talking. And on the back it says, shut your mouth and listen. Well, okay, so first off, I'm hearing stop gossiping. I know this says stop talking. I'm also hearing learn to listen. Now, a lot of us listen to someone just to reply, right? We don't actually give them the time, give them the space to just listen. Sometimes people do, in fact, if they have a problem going on with their life, they do, in fact, just need to vent. They just need a sounding board. They need to just get it out. Yes, and that's fine. Whomever is supposedly doing the listening, maybe just listen. Keep your mouth shut. Because not only will it help the other person that you supposedly want to help, I feel like there's going to be something that you actually will need to hear. Maybe whatever your friend is venting about, there is something in there that resonates with you and you need to hear that. But if you're talking, if you're interrupting and you're replying, you're not going to hear that. So that's what I'm getting with this. If you chose number 2, let other people talk. Not you, though. Seems kind of counterproductive, right? Especially if everyone watches this video. But sometimes we need to listen more than we need to talk. Now, on the opposite side of things, I am actually hearing communication issues. So if you and someone else, whether it's a relationship, if I could talk, a relationship, that there is some underlying communication issues, okay, maybe work together to resolve that. Maybe the two of you do need to talk, just don't force it into an argument. Don't talk over each other, right? Don't be louder than the other person. No, calmly talk things out, because then things will be far more smooth. That's what I get with that. Kind of a quick message on that one, but that one very straightforward, right? So, all right, this one, what is this? Carnelian. I like carnelian. It's a reddish orange color. This one's got a little more orange in it with some red striations. Hopefully you can see it. Relates to your root chakra. That's your base chakra, basically at the bottom of your pelvis. It corresponds to really like grounding, a whole lot of grounding. The weather is getting nicer here, in the northern hemisphere anyway. Get outside, preferably barefoot. Get outside. Let the ground and your feet connect. It helps to draw a lot of your stuck energy out of you. All right. I'm also hearing manifestation with this, and that is also related to the root chakra as well. Carnelian is a very good manifestation stone. If there's something that you really want to create, want to make happen, hang on to one of these. All right, whether it's literally keeping it on you during the day in a pocket or whatever, sleeping with it under your pillow or in your pillowcase. That's what I do so I don't lose the actual stone. At night, to me, I feel like just absorb yourself in the carnelian energy. Google it. There's probably more about it than just what I'm saying. Eat a lot more red color foods, so whether it's like peppers, beets even, radishes, orange color foods, oranges, also peppers, right? It's just, I feel like you need to surround yourself with this red-orange energy. It's going to boost your self-esteem, your confidence, your manifestation abilities. It's just going to give you this boost of creativity. I'm also hearing it's going to give you this power. You need this power right now to get unstuck. All right? So there's your 2 messages technically for number 2. Okay. Moving on to the last card. I'm looking at it. Number 3, stop fucking whining. And on the back, I'm just going to, actually I can turn it over and read it. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. So, I love this deck. Very straightforward. Told you, if you don't like this terminology, don't be watching this video. Yeah, stop whining. Stop having a pity party. That's what I'm hearing. Also, pity parties are very ego-based. That's your ego being constantly bruised. And so it's not allowing you to get up and do anything and take control of your life. I know I've talked in past videos that we really don't have essentially a whole lot of control of everything in this life, but we have control of our thoughts, our determination or lack thereof, our motivation, lack thereof. To me, it's you've been wallowing so much that you're not, what's the right word? I can't think of the right word at the moment, but you're getting in your own way. You're getting in your own way. Maybe because of this, you have put blame to other people or just other things. You know, everything is going wrong in your life. You're not owning up to it. There's no ownership. This is your life. All right. So things happen. Okay, don't spend days, weeks, months wallowing in misery. It's really not going to help you. You end up giving off such a negative energy. Other people will feel it. You will end up pushing other people away. Unless you really want to do that. Okay, but do you really want to do that? No one really wants to do that. So own up to whatever crappy thing is going on in your life right now. Own it. All right? I don't want to say put the blame on yourself for holding on to it, because that's also really no good. But get yourself out of the way. You're in your own way. That's basically what that card is saying. You're in your own way. If you want something to change, make that change happen. All right? It's not just going to happen for you. It's your life. All right. That one feels right. Tiger's Eye. Okay. Now, it's interesting. I don't work with Tiger's Eye too often. Very intuitive stone for this matter. Also definitely relates to your third eye. I keep seeing a cat in my mind. Obviously, I have Gizmo. But, and cats and tigers, they're in the same family, right? Very intuitive stone. I'm hearing take meditation classes. All right, take meditation classes. Maybe that actually, meditation is just wonderfully healing on all levels, okay? It helps to quiet your ego. It helps to quiet your mind, quiet your thoughts. Take some meditation classes, whether in person or if you must, listen to some guided meditations right on YouTube. I do that all the time. I even have some guided meditations. If you want to scroll past a lot of these videos on my channel, I've created a lot of guided meditations. So look through them. I feel that is actually going to help you to move forward, to let go, to accept things the way they are, so that if there is something that you want changed, you can change it. That is sticking out very strongly to me. So if you chose number 3, look into meditation. And you can even look up guided meditations specifically, for a specific purpose, whether it is to help forgive, whether it is for help in acceptance or even self-acceptance, whether it's to love yourself more. Start saying the words, I love me. And mean it. If you need to look at yourself in the mirror as you do it, I love me. I remember I did this a few years ago for 40 days straight, 100 times a day. I kept telling myself, I love me. I love me. In the first week or two, it was very robotic. It was just I love me. I love me. Because I didn't really believe it. And it took, honest to God, about 2 weeks until finally it was just so easy. And I was just I love me. Because I do. So you need to love yourself more. Look into meditation. That's a very strong message for you if you chose number 3. Okay? And stop whining. I love those cards. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Happy April Fool's Day. Don't be too harsh on your jokes this week. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. I will see you guys next time.